Hey guys, this is Audrine. A lot of you guys either wanted a speed paint or a story time, so I'm going to be talking about the 3 times I almost died at concerts, I guess. So I go to concerts a lot, or as much as I can. I'd probably go more if I lived on the mainland. But since I don't, I just go to like every single one that's here. The first concert I went to that I almost died at, I'm going to say was Bring Me the Horizon. It was the first time for them coming here. I'm pretty sure like every band I've seen it's their first time coming here, so whatever, not a big deal. But my friends and I go, there's like 5 or 6 of us or whatever. I usually only go with one friend or with my mom or my dad because I'm super cool. And so we're all waiting or whatever, and I recently just recovered from having, I was really sick. And I was like, I'm feeling better, I'm gonna go to this concert, it'll be a great time, I won't die. So of course, we go in. My friend and I get the front barrier thing because my mom saves a spot, because if you're older than 21, you can go in and get in before everybody else that's under 21. So we get our spot up there, the concert starts, it's great. Everybody pushes in and it gets very hot, and I guess I get very tired, and so it gets to a point where every time the band takes a break I sit down on the floor, and it freaks out everybody around me, and they're all like, holy shit, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I want to sit down. And the security guard in front of me was like, you can't do that. I was like, I'm doing it right now. He was like, just don't do that, it freaks me out. I was like, okay, I guess. Because I like to have a good relationship with the security guards and hope they'll get me something after the concert from the stage. But, so I would be standing there and I ended up almost passing out. I seriously almost fell asleep up there, and then the security guard was like, what are you doing? I'm tired. And he's like, you wanna go out? And I was like, no, I'm at a concert, I'm not gonna go out because I'm feeling sick, I'm gonna make it through. And so the security guard ends up giving me Tylenol or something, which later on my mom got mad at me for that, because you're not supposed to take medicine from strangers, which totally didn't think about. But anyways, my second experience was at Memphis Mayfire. I was healthy, I wasn't sick before then. I was in the front as usual. I got to the concert 2 hours early. I went with my friend whose favorite band is Memphis Mayfire. I think probably a couple other people too. Exactly how many? So we get in, it's whatever, and then behind me is this really fat guy. And he's really sweaty, and he keeps rubbing his sweaty legs up against the back of my legs, and that made me more sweaty, and I was ready to pass out. And I don't know if they still have it, but they have a TV at this venue, and there's a slideshow, and there's a picture of me from that time, and you can see me hanging over the edge of the barrier with my hair down. I guess it looks really metal, but I was actually just dying, and they actually had to pick me up and take me out of that one, because that's how bad it was for me. But then I got to sit in the VIP area, which was pretty cool. He wasn't making sit in the VIP area, and then I got 2 set lists. And then the third one is, it was one of my first mainland concerts other than, Warped Tour and stuff, and even in my first Warped Tour, I, was ready to pass out and had to leave early, and I still regret that. But I went with my 2 friends, and they didn't know the bands. It was the American Dream Tour, so it was Issues, Let Live, Bring Me the Horizon, and Of Mice and Men. I'm 90% sure that was all of the bands, because I listened to all of them. So we get there really early, and the line's already super long, and we're that's really nice. And I was really upset because I wanted to be in the front. My friends didn't really care that much because they never listened to the bands, and I was like, okay, you guys, but Of Mice and Men is my favorite band in the world. I want to be in the front. And they were like, haha, okay. So eventually we get in, and they're like, how about we buy t-shirts now? And I'm like, but I wanna go in. And they're like, let's just buy the t-shirts now. So we get the shirts, we go in, and of course the general admission pit area is completely full, and they're like, let's just sit down. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like one of those like shitty band people, not band people, whatever, you know what I mean. And I'm one of those people that like push through the crowd and you hate me with all your passion in your heart, and I just want to see my favorite bands. And I'm only 5'4"-ish, so I'm not that tall. I don't get in the way that much. I'm pretty tiny, so I'm kind of like, please, I won't hurt anyone. I just want to cry about my favorite band. And they're like, sorry, anyways, they're like, okay, I guess we can go in. And I'm like, great, just follow me. So we end up pushing through the crowd or whatever, and one of my friends, Carolyn, was like, I just heard somebody be like, I can't wait to pull her hair when the concert starts. And so she put her hair up, and we were like, Vivian, do you want to put your hair up too? And she was like, no. We're like, bad idea, but okay. So we end up walking in. We're like halfway through when the concert starts, and there's like no more room for me to go through, because I'm one of those people. And so Issues starts, and we're standing there, I'm rocking out, I'm having like the time of my life, I'm being pushed, probably my hair is being pulled, I don't give a shit. And in concerts, when it's like the band's starting, like, you could probably punch me and I'd be like, but my friends aren't used to this because they always have seating when they go to concerts. So my friend next to me is like, stop pulling my hair, to the girl behind us, and she's like, I'm not trying to, I'm sorry, do you want my hairband so you can put up your hair? And she's like, no, my hair is too thick. And it's like, we could just cut out the hairband when we're done, but okay. And so I remember turning around and I just see like her head like back, and I was like, holy shit, we have to leave this pit. So we end up leaving. Her and I end up crying. She's crying because of like what happened in there. I'm crying because I put her in that situation. Let Live plays. We found a spot. We found a spot to sit at. All was good. Mice and Men played, and they were like, since this is your favorite band, you should be able to go into the pit by yourself. Okay, I won't say no to that. So I go in, I leave my phone there on purpose because like there's no way I'm going to be able to check my phone while I'm in the pit. But of course Carolyn notices and gives me my phone anyways. Cool. That's going to be of no use to me. So I go in, the girls in front of me are really mean. They're like, I swear to God, they're like 6 feet. You're in like, you know, one of those tight spaces, so if your arm's up forever. And I would like put my arm on their shoulder and she'd be like, get off. And I forgot exactly what they said, but they were like, you shouldn't be in here if this is your first concert. And it's like, I've been to a ton of concerts, I've just never been to a mainland like concert as legit as this. Leave me alone. Like, I can handle myself. If you guys weren't such bullies, it wouldn't be that hard. And bullies is the wrong word, I'm aware. So that really sucked. But, oh, and then during the concert, I started crying because it was of Mice and Men, my favorite band, like, the band that, like, helped me through it all, or whatever. The girls looked at me like I was crazy. I didn't care. I was seeing my favorite band perform. And then towards the end, they have like smoke, I think, and I have asthma, and everybody around me, I just started feeling really sick, and I couldn't breathe because there were so many people around me, and because of the smoke. And so I tried to push my way through. I was on this side, and for whatever reason, I was like, I have to go this way. So I'm headed that way, And I remember my dad told me that if you ever want to get out of a crowd, just say you have to throw up. I can't breathe right now. And I'm just like, I have to throw up, I have to throw up. So everybody's moving, and then I remember at one point I was like, I have to throw up, and this dude was like, you guys, she has to throw up, and like just pushes everybody out of the way, and I was like, thank you for that. So I got out, and going down to like the basement floor where there's like emergency help or whatever, and I'm like, I can't breathe. And they're like, I'm like, I can't breathe, and I didn't even tell my friends that I like left and I went down there. They'll never know. And I'm like, I can't breathe, and they're like, and I'm like, do you like have something that I can take? Can I like sit down? And they were like, you can sit down, we'll get you some water. So I got free water, that was great, and then I was just sitting down there for a while. And then my friends texted me, and they were like, where are you? And I was like, leaving the pit now. But that was it. Those are my 3 times I almost died at concerts. If you go to concerts, make sure you bring water, a friend, a parent, anybody that you know, kind of, to be safe, especially if you're a girl. If you know any guy friends, take them, especially if they're tall. Get there like 2 hours early if you like, well, like really early if you're on the mainland and you like the band. That's it for me. Thanks guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, have a good day.